up, everybody? Welcome back to our channel. This is Freedom Cruisaholics. My name is Terry. This is my baby Stacy. And
hey there.
All right, y'all. And we always talking about cruising. Anything that have to do with cruising. We giving you cruising tips, cruise news, anything that have to do with cruising, y'all. So if you're interested in that, check out our videos. We got some good information for you. And of course, we want you to subscribe to our channel if you're interested. We would love for you to be part of our family.
Well, welcome.
Welcome, y'all. All right, y'all. So let's jump right in. Today, we're talking about the new Carnival screening process, y'all, that they have. Since all this craziness is going on with the coronavirus, y'all, you know, all this stuff is going on. Everybody's just trying to adjust, you know. So this is a new screening process that they're doing, babe. So you want to talk about it?
Yeah, let's talk about it for a little bit. Like my husband said, the coronavirus has really taken us by storm. A lot of eye-opening situations and issues that need to be addressed, and I thank God that Carnival is always trying to stay on the forefront of keeping the passengers / their family safe, as well as their crew members. So Carnival, we thank you for that. The screening process, now we've been cruising with them since 2009, and it hasn't always been a rigorous health screening before you get on the ship. But now that with all this corona going on, they are opening up that box. Well needed. So we commend them on that. So the screening process that they are doing now to keep people safe from catching or spreading the COVID-19, which that's the technical name that they've given the coronavirus. Now when you are going on a cruise, right now it has been ceased until April the 10th is when they're slated to start back cruising. But when that day comes, the screening process will include several different things that they're a little bit more stricter on, and we're going to just give you a hint on some of those things.
You know what, babe? Let me just ask you this question. I'm just thinking about it. We love cruising, you know? Mm-hmm. We love it. But, you know, with all this going on, are you nervous that it changes your mind about as many cruises we going on, that now you want to kind of like, are you nervous about going where you don't want to go anymore? Does it take your excitement away? Like you just not interested in cruising anymore? Are you nervous, scared, don't want to? What do you think?
Well, I'm going to be candid about it. With this being something fairly new to us, it is kind of scary. But I think that if you are a type of individual that is already a germaphobe or a person that is really a stickler about their hygiene, washing hands, sanitizing, even before things like this came about, because when the flu was out, you were always washing your hands and sanitizing. Even just a common cold, you sanitized and washed your hands and things of that nature. So it's not like you have to, that this virus is something that you're going to have to be inoculated with. So it is nervous, giving you a nervous feeling. I'm not going to lie about it, you know.
Yeah.
I don't know if I would probably do it like Cardi B saying, a bitch is scared, a bitch is scared. You know, that's what she said. Y'all need to check out that on Instagram. Cardi, you are a trip. But, yeah, it does make me nervous. But does it make me so nervous that I wouldn't want to cruise again? I don't think so.
Okay, yeah.
I don't think so. Because I feel like just following suit and following up with what Carnival's putting in place,
yeah,
I feel like they have our best interests at heart. I spoke with someone just last week that was actually on a cruise when all this stuff was going on, and that particular ship didn't get quarantined, but she felt like the ship was cleaner than she had ever seen it.
Really?
You know?
Okay.
So I feel like, would it be more of an advantage to cruise now than it used to be? I think I would jump on a cruise now because they're going above and beyond to keep things clean. So they're on point with everything right now.
But see, the thing is, Carnival might be doing their part, but it's like we as people got to do our part, because if the Carnival come and clean everything and has it like it's supposed to, but dirty people get on there and they using the bathroom, they being dirty and nasty and they ain't cleaning their hands, it really defeats the whole purpose of what Carnival's doing. We as people got to do what we need to do and be more clean and stop being nasty.
You're exactly right.
You know, us men, you know, wash your hands after you get through using the bathroom. Just different stuff. We just got to do what we need to do, y'all, you know.
You're exactly right.
So,
but also think about this. You have people out there like that that don't give a shit. Excuse my language.
It's true.
Don't give a damn about other people and how things they do affect other people. Like I said, we've been cruising since 2009. How many times, just because of the way that we are, how many times have we actually used a public bathroom on a ship? Whenever we have to use the bathroom, we go back to our cabin.
Oh, that's true. I mean, we were holding and we flying across the ship trying to get back to our room.
And not that it was something going on back then, which it could have been. But us personally, I'm not going to pop a squat somewhere else, you know, where everybody's popping a squat. You know what I mean? Yeah. But in my cabin, where I know that as soon as we got on the ship, we wiped things down with Lysol. Prior to all these past years, we've wiped things down with the Lysol wipes. They're in the overnight bag. Trust and believe. Mm-hmm. The Lysol sprayed on there, sit for how many minutes? 10 minutes. You know what I mean? My husband says I overpack when it comes to certain things, but I think about things that he does not.
No. Yeah.
So when we use the restroom, I can't speak about what's going on in the bathrooms on the ship. I can't speak about it. You know what I mean? Because we very, very, very rarely go to a public bathroom on the ship. We normally go back to our cabin. Now, there have been times if we went to dinner that night or we've been drinking a lot and we're at one of those shows and it's on the aft part of the ship and we usually book our rooms mid-ship, that it may be a far walk, then we might pop a squat. We ain't sitting, pop a squat. That's what we call it now. I'm from the country. But that's what you do. But they have the door handle wipes outside of the door. They have them inside of the bathroom on the back of the door. So there are things already in place that you can utilize. But I think it's all about individual and how individuals carry themselves.
Just doing our part. If you got a cold already and you're sick, just covering your mouth and being mindful for other people, you know. Not just coughing all everything and not caring because I got a cold, I don't care. You know, come on, y'all. Mm-hmm. Just doing what we need to do.
So I feel like with different things that they already had in place and them adding more things to make that process a little bit more in depth, I think it's a good thing. So, hell, if it was still going on right now, I'd be booking me a cruise in April. You know what I mean? Because they, you know, they're on top of it. They're screening people upon embarkment, which I feel like they should have been doing that maybe from the get-go. Yeah. Because you never know. Somebody can get on the ship sick. They say, oh, it's my allergies. You know a damn allergy when you see one. You know what I mean?
I hear so many people saying that.
It's just my allergies. It's just my allergies. Stop fucking lying.
That's the first thing they shoot
out.
Stop
lying. Oh, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
They be sneezing and stuff like that. Eyes ain't red. Eyes ain't puffy. Nose ain't. But I don't know what's going on. But I want people to stop saying it's just my allergies. It ain't your damn allergies all the time. You know what I mean? And if it's your allergies or you got a common cold, something like that, hit the bar and get you a shot of Rocket Rye or something like that to knock that right on up out of you. You know what I mean?
Something, y'all.
But, you know, I feel like people need to take accountability of their hygiene and how they are spreading things or not spreading things, handling different things. Because it's more than just them. That
Exactly.
the cruise is, should I say, I'm having a brain fart. The cruise line is catering to. It's not just about you. All right? So one of the things that they're doing, we talked about embarkation. They're doing temperatures on every single passenger.
Yeah.
When they're getting on the ship.
Okay.
And they're having to fill out a healthcare questionnaire. Now, back a while ago, maybe 3 years ago, they used to make you do a healthcare questionnaire before you disembarked from the ship. But like I said, about 2 or 3 years ago, they stopped doing that because we were like, oh, where's that questionnaire we're supposed to fill out per everybody that was in our cabin? But then they stopped that. Maybe they're trying to save the trees. I don't know. But they stopped doing that. But I do think that that's a great idea to do a temperature prior to getting on the ship, as well as a health questionnaire. Because if you fill out the health questionnaire, now you're going to have some people that's selfish and lie and say they haven't been around somebody that, you know, or they haven't flown. You're going to have that everywhere. And this is where we talk about people being held accountable for their actions.
Exactly.
Don't lie, because you could put somebody else's health at risk. Someone that may be immunocompromised, and you tell a lie can literally affect that person in the fatalist way.
Exactly.
So don't lie. These things are put in place, and it shouldn't be that so important to you that you would risk somebody else's life to go sail on the seas. Unless you only got 5 days left to live, then, you know, I might excuse that lie you done told. But don't do that when it's going to affect someone. Okay?
Exactly.
So the health questionnaire and the temperature on when you're getting on the ship, which is the embarkation, and they're doing it upon disembarkation as well. Now, I don't know that when they go to ports, if they're going to, if you get off the ship, will they do a temperature on you before you get back on the ship? That may be a good thing that they need to do as well. We don't know if they are doing that, but we do know that temperatures are being taken at the beginning of the cruise and at the end of the cruise.
Oh, yeah.
If they should do it, if it's a 6-day cruise or a 5-day cruise, I don't know so much about 3-day cruise, but a 5-day cruise, 6-day cruise, anything longer than 5 days, I think it should be done in the midst of the cruise as well. You know what I mean?
Good idea.
That's a good idea.
I would do that though. Like what time?
When you go to a port, because a lot of times those 5 days or plus cruises, you have a fun day at sea for the first day you're out, and then you'll have one whole 24 hours out there on the ocean before you even get to a port.
Okay.
So when you go to that port and you get ready to get back on that ship, that's almost 2.5 days. That's enough time for them to do one.
Okay. Just on the way.
When they're getting back on the ship.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I think they should do that for the longer trips. Not the 3-day trips or the 4-day trips, but maybe, you know, the longer trips where you're going to like 3 or 4 destinations.
Yeah.
I think that will be a great idea. Maybe somebody will see this video, or maybe they suggested it already. We don't know, but we're going to make sure we hashtag them on this and see. And if Miss Christy Duffer address that situation as well, because this is an ongoing process to keep our family and friends and crew members and Carnival staff safe.
Exactly.
All right?
Yeah.
And one of the other things that they are doing, because this coronavirus has really been affecting the age groups of 60 and older. Abundantly, it has been affecting it. So I do know that if you're 70 years or older, you absolutely have to have a doctor's clearance clearing you to go cruising.
Okay.
Now that's something I think they should have had in place prior to as well, because they've had some instances where someone over the age of 70 in their 80s or something like that actually became deceased on the ship, and it shortened other people's vacation. But I think maybe that was something on their bucket list, or their family wanted to do for them, or what have you. But if you're at that age and you already have some health issues and things like that, they can ask you, they will ask you if you're 70 years or older. but they can ask you for an advanced pre-medical screening before you embark. So that would be a good thing for you to do, especially if you're driving or flying to a port that and you're way away from home. You might want to get that taken care of to have on your persons, which is in another video that we have, to have on your persons to clear you to be able to go through customs and things of that nature.
Yeah.
What do you think?
Yeah, I agree.
So now, when we're talking about this temperature thing, ladies and gentlemen, it's just not the passengers that are getting on and off the cruise ship that these screening processes are happening with. The crew members are also going through this rigorous screening process.
Yes.
That, to me, is a safety blanket.
Yes.
Because if you're testing everyone else, how do you know if your employees haven't been exposed? So I commend them for actually including the crew members and the Carnival staff in the screening process as well.
Exactly.
And they're not skipping anyone. You know, they're not skipping anyone. So I like that.
I agree.
And now, when they do the health questionnaire, they're going to ask you that question that most all companies, especially healthcare companies and hospitals, are asking the question: have you been to any of the restricted areas that are running rampant with the coronavirus? If you have been to those restricted areas, you will be denied access on that cruise. Now, ladies and gentlemen, this stuff has been going on for a while now. So,
and that's exactly the reason why there's going to be a lot of people that lie.
They're going to lie.
They're going to lie.
They're going to lie.
I mean, you already know.
I feel like if Carnival finds out that someone lied and they get sick on the ship and they quarantine, then something needs to be done to that person, whether it be banning them forever cruising with them again because they put their staff and other passengers at risk. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, it's serious, y'all. I mean, somebody might think that's too much, but nah, I don't think so.
And I wouldn't want to be on vacation and someone lied and I'm quarantined in my room and I done paid umpteen thousands of dollars to go on vacation.
Mm-hmm.
And if I wanted to look at the four walls, I could look at the four walls in my bedroom. So please be mindful and be considerate, first and foremost, of your co-vacationers, other family and friends, just other people in general. Be considerate.
Yeah.
First and foremost, treat people the way that you would want them to treat you. If you wouldn't want to be quarantined on your vacation, please make sure that you just think about other people. You know, think about other people.
Exactly.
Okay.
All right. Is that it?
Yep, that's about it for the screening process. All right. So I hope that this information that we gave to you guys, that we gave to you guys and shared with you guys was information that you can use, that made you a little bit more knowledgeable about how Carnival is taking the steps to protect the crew, passengers, guests, families, and friends of Carnival Cruise Line.
Exactly, y'all. And if there's anything that you guys want to share or whatever, want to add to this or your thoughts and opinions, y'all, please leave it in the comments. We would love to hear about it. Now,
down below, we'll leave a link to where you can get some more questions answered in a little bit more detail from Carnival themselves. Okay? We'll leave that link below. Make sure that you click on it. If you need that information, hit the notification bell because we'll be doing plenty more videos in reference to cruising, the tips, things that are going on, and we don't want you to miss a thing.
Exactly, y'all.
So until we see you again, hopefully it'll be on the Lido with a drink in hand.
Exactly. Y'all have a good one, y'all.